Good morning, Eagles. I'm Aaron.
I'm Bethany.
Today is Wednesday, August 31st, 2022. We had the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Dawson about the word of the week and got to know a bit about his background. Here's the video.
Okay, my name is Brian Dawson and I teach digital media in the New Media Academy. So my journey in education probably started right when I graduated high school. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with my life, really. I didn't have a specific career in mind. I wasn't really concerned with making a ton of money. I just wanted to make sure that my life had meaning and that I was going to lead a good life. So I went to UWF. One particular field that attracted me was philosophy, because what I realized is these philosophers throughout history were basically, that's what they were concerned with. What is a good life? What is the purpose of life? And I noticed that some of these early philosophers like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, they dealt with these big important questions, and because of their work, we developed science, mathematics, early forms of government, and then formal education. And I realized that because of that, humanity was better off because of the work that they were doing. So I decided to major in philosophy, and I decided at that point that education was going to be my career path. I've been teaching now for about 10 years, and one of my hobbies has always been technology. I love technology, movies, film, TV. I actually took several classes in college on that. And so right now it's kind of the best of both worlds. I get to be a teacher, but I also get to work in technology. So the word of the week is justify, which means to prove to be true or reasonable. So the word justify, or the concept of justify, is extremely important because anytime that you put forward a position like an argument or a claim, you have to back that up by justifying it. So one way that I could incorporate that, or that I do incorporate that concept into my subject area, which is digital media, is oftentimes we work with clients and we're charging, in the real world, we would be charging money for the services that we provide. So one of the things you do with your client is you provide them a quote for your services, and you would be justifying why it's going to cost the dollar value that you place on the quote. Whether it's how many hours, man hours that you need for the job, the equipment that's required, the personnel services that are required. So all of those things are ways that you're justifying, hey, this is how much that job is going to cost. Justify is used out in the real world all the time. The first thing that comes to my mind is when you go out for a job interview. So this is going to be relevant to everybody at our school, just life in general. When you go out for a job interview, you have to justify why you're the right person for the job. You have to talk about your qualifications, how they match the requirements for the position. You have to show them a portfolio of your work, especially if it's digital media related. Basically, you have to prove why you are the best candidate compared to all the others, and you do that by justifying with reasons and evidence.
Stay clean and wash your hands. Now for the weather.
Good morning, Eagles. Today is mostly sunny with a high of 93 and a low of 75 with a 15% chance of rain. I'm Devin, and that's all for the weather. Back to you, anchors.
Seniors, remember we have a meeting today in Miss Harvell Goodrich room at 506 at 3:15. We need to finalize and gather a list of items needed for homecoming.
Students, we have a Math Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta. We offer a chance to apply for scholarships, field trips, challenging and growing your minds mathematically, community hours, and snacks. We will meet in room 506 with Miss Harvell Goodrich on Thursday, September 1st at 3:15. Now for the sports.
Good morning, Eagles. Today at 3:30, we have a boys golf at Cypress Lake. That's all for the Eagle Sports. Back to you, anchors.
Teachers and students, please remember that we have a no pass rule for the first 15 and last 15 minutes of each period. These are important times in your classes to settle into the daily tasks and at the end of the day to help with retention of the material that was covered. Please remember to follow this rule at all times.
Please remember to check your source today, each day forward. If you do not attend your scheduled SOAR classes, disciplinary consequences will begin today. Students on your Chromebook to see which classes have been scheduled for each day. All teachers can help you look up your schedule, or you can find the SOAR link in our Pine Forest High School website. Please see Mrs. King or Mr. Henry with any questions.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Bethany.
Signing off of Eagle Nation News.
Make sure to be respectful,
responsible,
and resilient.